Colin from Racing's Inside Track, and I'm with Robbie McNamara. How are you, Robbie?
Good, Dave. And yourself?
Very good. We're just sitting here at the Gallop waiting for your second lot of the morning to come along, and you're busy.
Yeah, very busy. We've plenty good enough numbers riding out. We've kind of have 30 riding out each day, so we're kept busy. A few horses just coming to the end of their campaign. A few of the bumper horses there now. We're just finishing up the schooling, and they're going to get their break now very shortly.
Okay.
And we've plenty of flat horses on the go as well for the summer. So we've
So you'll be kept busy.
Yeah, kept very busy. Yeah.
What have we got on this lot, Robbie?
Only 4 in this slot. We normally have kind of 6 or 7. We've a horse there in front, Rogue Agent, who's he won on the flat in France, the Manchu horse. He'll go handicap hurdling now for the summer. Then the horse in second is a Court Cave horse. He was third first time out to Debouché in Leopardstown.
Good form then?
Yeah, it's good form. It's worked out very well. Debouché went on second in the champion bumper.
And then won again.
There's an Ask horse there. He's a 4-year-old. We kind of had him ready for a bumper early on in the year, and he just got a little light in this, so he was a nice horse. I didn't want to rush him, but his pedigree has worked out very well. He's related to Noble Endeavour, and horse of Timmy Hyde's, who won a bumper in Thurles first time out, so his pedigree since we bought him has got a big boost. So he's going to go to, I might go to a point with him. We'll see there in about a month's time.
Yeah.
He jumps brilliant. We do an awful lot of schooling with the young horses, and he jumps brilliant. So with his pedigree, it looks like it's a staying pedigree, Noble Endeavour and all them. So we might go to point with him, but he's tipping away and he's working away. He's doing everything very well and easy, as he always did.
Okay.
So I still own him myself, so I'll just take my time.
No panic.
No, I'd be disappointed now if he didn't. Whether he goes for a bumper or point to point, I'd be disappointed if he didn't win the first day.
Okay.
Another horse then on it is Flush or Bust. He's second in a bumper, and he went to Mallow the day we had runners. The first day we thought he'd win. He was in a maiden hurdle, and he got knocked down turning in alright, admittedly, but he was only going to finish 3rd or 4th anyway. And his wind caught Conor Brazel rode him. He said that he's struggling with his wind after about a mile. So we're going to go. We got his wind done, and he's been on the go for a while now. He's fit as a flea, and as soon as we get a bit of good ground, he'll be out in the bumper. But on his work at home, he should be.
Should be winning one.
He should be hard to beat in the bumper. Yeah.
It's good, and you've some very good riders then riding out for you as well. So
yeah,
you're lucky that way.
Yeah, that's kind of always into. Just the one thing I said that when I started was that staff was kind of key. You're not going to go anywhere without good staff.
Yeah.
So I've Rob Green there. He's the head lad. He runs the show a bit, and then the lads riding out of Tim Carroll. He rode 30 or 40 winners for Noel Mead, and Kevin Sexton's in every day. Paddy Flood's in every day. Like you don't come across those two lads.
You're not going to get too many as good as them.
No. So and we've plenty of other young lad from race, Kevin Brogan. He's brilliant young fella. He's good to ride, and he'll ride plenty of the bumper horses next season. Charlie Well there as well. He comes in every day. Charlie rode a couple of winners, and you can see the Manchu horse there in third, the Rogue Agent. He's a little bit of a Manchu. He can be a bit headstrong at times.
Yeah. But like you say, with that, going back to the lads riding, that's what makes a huge difference when you have such good riders as well then.
Yeah, well, he came here, he was virtually unrideable when he came here.
Was he, yeah?
Yeah, he came from France, and the head was just blowing off him, and we struggle to get him out of the yard. He'd be rearing up, and just the head was blown completely off him, so we started messing around with him, just did loads of schooling, and he started to slowly relax into it, and he's still a little warm temperament, but nothing bad. He can be a little keen there the odd day, but that's what the lads are there. That's a horse, if he went somewhere else, that he'd have never fulfilled any potential, because they wouldn't have got him back.
Got him settled down.
The lads going away lovely now. He's grand and relaxed. He jumps brilliant, and so it's just nice that you're not looking at horses getting run away with every day.
No.
I see some. There's plenty of other trainers that use the gallop, and I see horses there they'll be tanking with lads and getting run away with, and horses get injured very, very quick. So it's hard to keep them right when things are going well. So, if you don't have good staff, you're going to get a lot more injured horses. So luckily now, for the amount of lads we have right now, you're not going to get any better than what's here.
You're very lucky that way. And Kevin Sexton, he's back riding in 5 weeks. He was telling me so.
Yeah,
It'll be good when he's back riding as well.
Yeah, Kevin's very good. He's a bit like Paddy. They're two very naturally talented lads. They're both real good horsemen. You could put them up in anything, real fussy and keen, anything, any type of horse, and they'll get them to relax straight away. Kevin's very good. He's a checkered enough past, but he gets on great. He comes in every morning. He works away very well. He rides very well. I'll give him plenty of opportunities when he comes back anyway.
Good. And Paddy Flood then is in race then as well, so he's busy with you and then with the kids then as well.
Paddy goes in and out to race. He was in mine there kind of every day, and he was in race now a couple of days last week. There are reassessments going on there.
Yeah.
So he works for them. But he's gone again this morning. But we worked plenty, most of them yesterday, so it was quite enough day today anyway. So it was grand to we were able to deal with Paddy for a morning.
And with the gallops and all here, Robbie, you're very lucky. So many gallops to choose from, and I suppose there's no excuses really. If the horses are good enough, you'll have them fit enough with these gallops, don't you?
Exactly. Yeah. We start off with the breakers over there, just outside the yard. There's a 6 furlong straight gallop. It's all railed either side. So we start off there with the young horse and the breakers, and they just don't get into the habit of running off the gallop or doing any messing. So from straight away, everything they do is done correctly. They don't get any bad habits. The fox cover is over there. It's 4 furlong circle with a straight off it. We use that for some of the flat horses. But we use the sand mostly. It's kind of just over a mile around, and it's starting to get harrowed a bit deeper now. It was flat trainers were kind of trying to keep it at a quick enough surface, but it's rotivated 3 times a day now, so good when earlier on in the morning it's good and heavy.
Yeah.
So we get the National Hunter horses out early, and then the flat ones will be later on. But then you're like we've the 8 is there, and we use that with the National Hunter horses the whole time. Especially the young ones, when they were starting off, they went around and around, and they're pain in the backside from doing it. You've 5-minute trot over to the Vic and the poly track, and you've all the grass gallops then just over to the far side of the sand. So if you can't train winners in the Curry, you're not going to train them anyway. I was in Dermot Wells for so long. The main thing with him was keeping the horse's head right. So that's what kind of we try and do. Try and get horses as fit as we can. Keep their heads in a good place as well. As
everyone knows, you were such a great horseman yourself. You very, very rarely ever seen a horse being keen with you, and like that stands here obviously training them, but you must have learned a lot from Dermot then as well then.
Yeah, I did. He was always, I was in there, I'd have been one of the heaviest lads. There was a lot of lads who were kind of 9.5 stone, and I'd have been a good bit heavier when I was riding out. And weight obviously helps horse to settle as well. The more weight in the back, the less they're going to pull. But he used to put me on a lot of the fussy ones, and I used to be going off my own. Everything he wanted to do was just get them to relax, get them to spit it out, relax and enjoy themselves. And whether you were doing a long trot or a bare canter or whatever, he didn't mind how fit the horse was, as long as his head was coming right.
Yeah.
And he'd spend as long as it took to get his head right, and then once he got his head right, he'd train him then. So he was, that was a massive thing I found in there, because you could go to Galway to the festival first time out on a horse would never have been anywhere, and you could jump off 4th or 5th down the rail with 5 horses around him, and it wouldn't make a difference. The horse would just jump off and lob away as if he's a handicapper.
Yeah.
And I rode so many winners for him that I wouldn't have won on if somebody else trained him, or if they had been keen like most horses I rode first time out, they wouldn't have won around those sort of places, because he just got them to settle, but he didn't have him so asleep. Every time you rode in a race for him, they'd just jump off and they'd travel whatever pace you were going. And it was very, very rarely that a horse would be keen of Dermot's. That was, I think, probably his best attribution of his how well he was able to get into a horse's mind and get him to do things the right amount between being relaxed but being switched on enough as well to travel and know what he's doing in the race. So that was kind of the main thing I picked out of there, and I tried to do it with my own horses.
And sure, his record speaks for itself with all the winners he's trained all over the world, so doing what he's doing and knowing your own stuff is surely only going to lead to success, and with all the nice young horses you have then as well, there's plenty to look forward to.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of jumpers here, and we have to do a bit more than what they'd have been doing in Dermot's. Like he was very good at getting the natural ability out of the horses, and with his 2-year-old fillies, he the ideal way of training them, that he left them kind of do the work. But the national hunt horses, you have to do a little more with them. But the 2-year-olds, we've a good few 2-year-olds there now. There's 8 or 9 of them, and we train them pretty similar to what Dermot did. So, like the same, each 2-year-old there that's in the yard, they'd walk over to the corral on their own. They wouldn't need a lead horse. They'd go around the gallop on their own, and they'd stroll home. They're all relaxed.
That stands them so much when they go to the races then.
That does. It just takes. You need everything to go right. It's so competitive. You can't have horses misbehaving and using up energy, and you need everything to be right. So, if you've like if a horse goes and misbehaves or acts coltish in the races, he's using up energy. It's energy you need to. Horses don't have it much in hand these days, so you need every ounce you can get. And,
yeah, definitely.
If he jumps off and is free, he's using up petrol that he needs at the end of the race. So you need to make him conserve as much energy as you can. So when they're not misbehaving, they're doing things the right way. So when you get them nice and relaxed and doing things properly, then you can step up and you can train them properly.
Yeah.
And it just stands to a lot of them. If horses are still going to be useless, you're not going to make a useless horse win races. But if a horse's ability, it'll allow him to bring out the best of his ability.
Definitely.
So
you're really enjoying this anyway, Robbie?
I love it. Absolutely love it. Get on. Great crack with the lads there every morning. Kind of friends. We're all friends. And I said the lads would say it as well. There's never any roaring and shouting. Everything's nice and laid back. The lads, like Tim Carroll there, Charlie, all of them, Paddy even, they take pride in the yard. And I don't have to tell them anything every morning. They know what's going on. If this horse needs heel cream, it'll be on before he goes out. If anything, horses do different things after each lot. Some go on the walk or some go out in the paddock, and you only say it once, and you don't need to say it again. The lads,
they're all on the same page as you.
Yeah, Tim would be there during the summer. There last summer, Tim was out. He'd be out at 9 o'clock in the evening. He'd be re-rugging horses. He'd be building paddocks. We'd rough out the horses the whole time, every day after riding out in the paddocks. We've a lot of room. Tim would be out at 9 o'clock in the evening building paddocks and swapping horses over, and he takes massive pride in the yard, and it's good that the lads have that. But if you're roaring and shouting at them every day, you sour lads very quick and they don't enjoy it. So
yeah, definitely.
The lads enjoy it, and it's a nice place it's a nice environment. It's nice and laid back. There's always good crack in the yard. That rubs off on the horses.
Definitely, yeah.
So.
That's good. We'll go back to the yard then, Robbie, and we'll have a look at a few of the more horses back at the yard.
Yeah.